Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Women's Soccer Edition, and my guest for this week's show was none other than the official team mascot of the women's soccer team here at Menlo College, Beyonce the Hamster, and also Robyn Rowley. Robyn and Beyonce, thanks for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited.
We have made history on this episode of Unrooted because we have a live animal on the show for the very first time. Why don't you tell us about Beyonce, since we've heard a lot about her so far?
Yeah, so Beyonce is my daughter, mine and Chris's daughter, and Cameron Collins is her auntie. She has a lot of aunties, but Cameron's like her number one. She's grown a lot. We got her when she was a baby, a couple months ago now. And yeah, she's active. She is relatively famous, and yeah, so she's just looking for modeling opportunities, everything in between. She's good.
Modeling opportunities?
Yeah,
really?
she's very photogenic. She is a little shy at first,
yeah,
but no, she's great. She's amazing.
How does one get into the hamster modeling game? I'm very curious.
See, that's actually the issue that we are faced with right now. It's just that initial breakthrough. But once she gets her first deal, I think this will be big for her, actually. Yeah. Unrooted will be big for her. But, yeah, after this, I know people are just going to be knocking at our door wanting to take her picture.
Yeah, I mean, we get millions of viewers on Unrooted, so
yeah,
certainly this is a great start.
Yeah, this is huge.
And what made you settle on the name Beyonce, aside from the fact that Beyonce is Beyonce and amazing?
Yeah, so we were just brainstorming names. We couldn't figure it out. We had just gotten her, and we kind of wanted to get to know her personality. But once we did, it was just Beyonce. There was no question. We knew right away. One of us said it. We were like, what about Beyonce? And then it was just raps from there. We were like, yeah, her name's Beyonce. Yeah.
And I think you made a good choice. I mean, again, with all the attention that Beyonce has been getting, like, you don't want, no offense to the other hamsters of the world, but if you're going to name a hamster Mary. I don't know. The first name that pops in mind. But let's say you name the hamster Mary. That's not a photogenic, popular kind of hamster name. You want something that's going to get your attention.
Exactly.
And that's Beyonce.
Does that. Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm just like captivated right now by Beyonce. This is incredible.
Yeah, she's great.
She is all over the place too.
Yeah, believe it or not, she did just wake up from a nap and she just has this much energy. If that's not Beyonce, I don't know what else.
So she prepped for the interview by taking this nice long beauty nap, and all of a sudden she's ready.
She is ready.
And ready to knock these questions out of the park.
Yep.
Apparently.
Yes, she is.
I love it.
Yep.
I absolutely love Beyonce. Can you hold her up like a little bit? Let's see if we can get, there we go. See? Right here. Who wouldn't want Beyonce for the next big, Kia commercial?
Yeah,
Did they use hamsters in Kia commercials?
They do. Yeah. And she does not have her license yet, but we're working on that. So she'll be ready. When Kia needs her, she will be ready. Yeah,
I think the hamster to human conversion in terms of age is probably that's probably I'll say 16 to 1. So she needs to be a year old first, but then once she gets to a year old, then
hamster years.
The next star in 2021 Kia commercials.
Yeah.
Beyonce
the Hamster.
Incredible. Now, you have yet to score a goal in your Menlo College career.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do score, are we going to see some type of awesome, crazy celebration? Because I was told that you are someone who acts probably in a similar way to Beyonce. Always moving. I heard flailing limbs as
flailing.
A way to describe you.
That was one of the words used to describe me. I don't know about flailing, but that's just going to be up for the jury to decide once I do score that goal. It's coming soon. I can feel it. So time will tell. It's going to be the element of surprise, but you guys will see. Hopefully I'll have something a little bit prepared and ready to go. Yeah.
I think we need to see a Beyonce the Hamster inspired celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she inspires me every day, so it will be a Beyonce-inspired celebration.
That is so adorable. Your pet hamster, your daughter inspires you every single day.
Yeah. How could she not?
I love that. Now, conference play began last week for the Oaks, and Menlo took a loss to number 7 Westmont in the conference opener. The game was 2-1 with just a few minutes to go, so it was a lot closer than the final score might indicate. How do you feel the way that you ladies were able to hang in there against one of, if not the best teams in the conference?
Yeah, honestly, I think that we're really proud of the way that we played. We played with a lot of intensity, and we held them for a long period of the game. But it's just that final little push at the end there. And I think we should be confident going into the rest of our games this season because we played well, and we can continue to play well with that intensity and win some games.
Yeah, and there's certainly still plenty of chances left with still 7 on the season. And one Oak who really has stepped up into a big prominent role on the offense here, she scored a goal in the game, was Megan Giamona. She's starting to heat up, I get the sense, a little bit. Yeah. And how do you feel the offense is going to take off with someone like Megan Giamona becoming a nice complement to Corey Coverman? Yeah,
Gigi's goal was super clutch, amazing angle, and she just put it in the back of the net, and it's just those things that really gets us all fired up. And I mean, we all want to be goal scorers, so when we see that, we all want to be a part of it. And so if we can just keep feeding off that energy, feeding off those big goals, I think there's a lot in store for us.
You say that everyone wants to be a goal scorer, so how difficult can it be at times to know that maybe your role isn't necessarily to be a goal scorer? Like as a soccer player, how do you adjust your mentality to that?
Yeah, I mean, you get the same surge of adrenaline when you're involved in the play, and I mean that starts from Michelle playing it up. You settle it, you find the forward, and you do a little passing combo. Everybody gets to be a part of the goal, so I think like that brings a lot of intensity and a lot of adrenaline to all of us. But it is hard. I mean, you want to be the one putting the ball in the net, but it's about the team. And so if we're getting goals, we're happy.
Absolutely. Now the Oaks hit the road for the first time in conference play this weekend. You go down to play San Diego Christian on Thursday, and then a big one against the Masters University on Saturday. Will this trip be not only just a good test for you ladies, but also a way to help get you back on track here as we make our way through conference play?
It's absolutely going to be a test. This is our first time doing a big road trip with the team. We're traveling with the men's team as well, so it's going to test our ability to recover on the road and stay loose and just play back-to-back games like that. But I think that ultimately it's going to be a really great learning opportunity for us, and hopefully we can get some wins under our belt and kind of start that streak.
All right, Robyn, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 hamster-related questions for this one. Give me your best answers. Question number 1, which teammate most resembles a hamster?
Which teammate most resembles a hamster? I think I would have to go with Corey Coverman. I mean, needless to say, she's super fast, and Beyonce is that as well. Mm-hmm. And Corey, she's sleepy in the mornings, and she'll take a nap anywhere. And I think just from my experience having Beyonce, she does love to nap, and she's nocturnal, so she sleeps during the day. And I just think it's definitely got to be Corey.
I can see some similarities there. Yeah. I'm glad you also took it to a positive spin, because you could have answered that question negatively, like who most resembles a hamster in some weird, not positive way. I'm glad you answered it that way.
Yeah.
That's a good call. A veteran move on your part. Question number 2. I don't even know what kind of noise a hamster makes, but which teammate can make the most hamster-like noises?
I think I would have to go with Allie. She can do this little like squeal thing. And it's definitely like if you were to think of a little like hamster squeak, it's exactly that. She's pretty spot on with it. So yeah, it's got to be Allie.
Is that what Beyonce sounds like?
Sometimes. Beyonce does make a lot of weird noises, but she's relatively quiet, surprisingly enough. But yeah, I think if she were to make a noise, Allie would be able to make that noise. She's got a lot of noises under her repertoire.
Yeah. Well, we haven't heard anything from Beyonce in this one, so she must be just a little bit camera shy. Now she's starting to try and crawl
A little
away,
bit, yeah.
so.
She's getting antsy.
She's getting antsy. So we'll wrap it up here with this final question. If you could be a hamster for a day, which teammate of yours would you most be inclined to nibble on?
Nibble on. You know, Allie's got to take this one also. She actually is not Beyonce's biggest fan.
Oh, no.
She calls her Rodent. She doesn't even call her by her name. She just refers to her as Rodent. And so I think the most deserving would have to be Allie, just because she doesn't have that respect for Beyonce. And so I think just being a protective mother, if I was also a hamster, I would just have to give her a little nibble.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice, because no one can disrespect Beyonce like that. Beyonce's
Yeah,
a little angel.
Exactly.
How on earth can you...
How could you?
How can you say something so vile about
Exactly.
another person's pet?
She's not a rodent.
Exactly.
She's a human being.
Never make... well, I don't know if I'd go as that far as to say a human being, but she's a being, and she is lovely, Allie.
Yeah, Allie. She's lovely.
Knock it
Listen
off.
to him.
Exactly, yeah. She's going to be the most famous hamster in the world one day, and you're going to wish that you were on her good side.
Thank you, Unrooted.
Yes, Unrooted. This is the coming out party for Beyonce, the most viewed episode of all time, hands down. I'm going to send this to some marketing folks that I know.
Good.
And we're going to give all... we need an agent, though.
Yeah, we are working on that. But just expect big things soon.
Okay.
They're on the table.
Will the Oaks eventually become the Hamsters? Is that a possibility?
Ooh, I don't know
Hamsters?
about that. That would take a lot of convincing.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens this year.
It depends on how big and how fast Beyonce gets.
Yeah,
to
she's
that
ever
point.
growing, so we'll see.
Yes. Robyn, thanks for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much for having both of us.
Yes, I was going to then say, Beyonce, thank you for joining me on the show as well.
Yeah.
I mean, really, she was the star of the show. But you weren't too bad either.
Yeah, she takes the cake for
Yes,
sure.
she does. So, folks, be on the lookout for Beyonce in future commercials, maybe even some television shows, movies,
Yep.
rap songs. I don't know. I mean, the possibilities are quite literally endless.
Mm-hmm.
And the Oaks are on the road this weekend. We should probably tell you about that. The Oaks going down to Southern California for a couple of matches. San Diego Christian on Thursday. This episode airs on Friday. And the Masters University is up on Saturday, part of a doubleheader with the men's teams. That's set for Saturday, 11 o'clock and 1:30 down at the Masters University. We invite you to tune into the next episode of Unrooted, where Beyonce will select the next interviewee by me, Brian Brownfield, right here on the show. Maybe Robyn will help steer her in the right direction.
Maybe.
Until then, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.